Aries, this is your November 2020 love reading. I've been thinking about Aries energy and finding out if November has any love in store for you guys. You're definitely the kind of people who are loving people. You're very outgoing. You usually have strong connections with your family. But you're different when it comes to love. You're not like everyone else. You kind of really keep your focus very centered on yourself, and even when you want love, you're kind of like open, but you're not usually obsessive about it. You know, some people get obsessed and they get whiny and they get depressed. That's not usually the Aries approach to love. So let's see. You'll definitely be around people, depending where you live, right? Some places don't want you to be around people, unfortunately, but ignore all that. Do your own thing this holiday season. Let's see if there's love in the cards for you guys, okay? This is a fairly new channel. Please hit that like or subscribe or comment. Hit the notification bell. Page of Cups. Oh goodness. So that can be the bringer of love, or this can be bringer of kids. Something's happening really quick. The Eight of Staffs, right? Eight of Staffs means things are already in play. So the wheels are already in motion when it comes to love or a baby. The Page of Cups can be having a baby. Depends on the surrounding cards, right? So let's see what other cards are coming up. Ten of Swords. Okay. So Ten of Swords is kind of one of those good card, bad cards. Ten of Swords means that it's like you've been under siege, right? There's been like a lot going on. Things have been overwhelming. Things that were beyond your control. The Ten of Swords means there was nothing that you could have done to change those things that happened. Sometimes we're responsible for negative things that happen, and sometimes we're not. And the Ten of Swords says you're not responsible for whatever that was, okay? So that's the good news. And it means it's coming to an end, that negative cycle, okay? Things were happening behind your back. Also, the Moon card means, you know, sometimes someone else was undermining you or doing something behind your back, some kind of secrets, something kind of negative, okay? But again, you're gonna find out what this is, because after the Moon comes the Sun, right? It starts with the Moon. The Moon card is like having mice in your wall. They're not going to kill you, they're not going to tear your house down, but they're irritating as hell, and eventually you find out about them, and eventually you get rid of them, right? So this Ten of Swords, like I said, had something to do with someone else, and then the Moon card comes up, okay? So something that happened had nothing to do with you. It has to do with people who were petty or evil or conniving, something of that nature. So for some of you, I think someone was interfering with your love life, or with someone you were interested in, okay? But here you go, you being happy, you being in a good place, you know. Ten of Staffs is just, it's the ultimate. It's security, it's happiness, it's joy, and you know, that's where you're gonna wind up this November. You don't need to worry about it. Yeah, let things flow, the Temperance card, let it be automatic. Listen to your subconscious mind. Don't overthink things. That's the message in Temperance. And what did I say? You don't dwell on things, right? It's funny that card comes up, because you don't need to dwell on it. You don't need to focus, excuse me, on negativity. You know, when you focus on negativity, that's what happens. When you focus on positivity, that's what happens. So definitely focus on the positive. And, but the Seven of Cups, okay, but this is an interesting card to come up in here too. The Seven of Cups is like, you know, be realistic. If you are dreaming of someone, if you meet someone, the Seven of Cups says, you know, sometimes we imagine someone to be what we want them to be, instead of seeing them as they really are, right? So, you know, you can be disappointed if you're like, oh, I met this person, and, you know, you don't know them very well, but you're like, oh, you know, we're going to do this and that, and they're going to be this and that, and this is what I want, and blah, 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 blah. The Seven of Cups tells you to not build castles in the sky. You see, this castle is in the sky. You don't want to build castles in the sky because then you'll be disappointed. If you don't build castles in the sky and you just kind of take it one day at a time and you let things unfold, then you won't be disappointed. Now, that disappointment can also have to do with that moon card, okay? But you're going to get some kind of message, Page of Swords. The boys bring the news, right? So the Page of Swords is you might be getting a message online, through a dating app, you know, news of something, right? Someone's going to get in touch with you. So it could be that they get in touch with you to tell you, you know, that secret or something that someone was doing behind your back. And this could be that they're getting in touch with you because they want to see you and they want to be with you. Yeah, the World card. So things are really going to open up, okay? But it looks like there's a few little hurdles to kind of get through. Something's been set in motion. Something needs to be finalized. Something's going to be finished up. And then this World card comes where, you know, you're really going to be in your element. You're going to just feel like you're dancing on the world. Things are going to definitely fall into place. Eight of Swords, yeah. So clearly there was some kind of disappointment. This goes along with that Seven of Cups, okay? And that Moon card that you had here. Look at this, okay? We're gonna look at these things. The Moon, the Ten of Swords, and the Eight of Swords. You see, all these things speak of something that was done behind your back, or, you know, in regard to someone else. You had no control of them. They weren't your fault. Maybe they led to this disappointment, but maybe that Page of Swords is you're going to be finding out about it this month, okay? And maybe you were disappointed because obviously there was some secret, something done behind your back, okay? But you're happy here with the Ten of Staffs. You're going to be happy. Don't dwell on anything, Temperance card. Don't be dwelling on any of that stuff. You have the World card here, meaning you're going to get to be in your element. You know, you're going to get a chance to shine. Everything is going to be completed. All that negativity is in the completion zone, okay? So it's all ending before the year is over, which is really good. We're shuffling again. See if there's anything else that Aries needs to know about love. Page of Staffs. Okay, so a lot of pages here. Page of Cups, Page of Staffs. I think for some of you this can mean, you know, focus on your kids. If you have kids, this message is saying focus on your kids. They need your attention. The Page of Staffs likes attention. That's a fellow air sign, okay? So for a lot of you, this is saying between the Page of Cups and the Page of Staffs, focus on your kids. Maybe some of you are getting pregnant. And here you go, the Fool card. You see, that ending, I said all that stuff was ending and a new cycle is beginning. So look up, be hopeful. I don't think that, you know, we haven't seen the Two of Cups, we haven't seen the Three of Cups, and we haven't seen the Ace of Cups. So for a lot of you, I feel like it's just kind of clearing the slate, refocusing on yourself, finishing up things, finding out, you know, anything negative that was going on around you, maybe weeding out, maybe there's some people who are negative in your life, and then here's you taking off in a new direction, unencumbered by all that baloney, okay? So don't focus on love. Focus on just, you know, kind of sitting and letting things become clear, letting things sort themselves out, and maybe that's gonna happen in December, okay? So love and light to you guys. Hang in there. Have happy holidays. This is Mr. Blue Tube. Talk to you soon.